All right, Shalom. I'd like to start out by saying Kyle Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harikak Radash Ma'abaf. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, right now I want to go into a quick testimony of something that happened to me this morning. It's like things like this happen from time to time throughout my life, but they become more prominent or more um, visible or more bold now that I'm in the truth. I suffer. I don't like to use the word anxiety, but I get sometimes I get a little anxious and things like that, and a lot of times my anxiousness pulls me out of the way of something that was set for somebody else or to come to the aid of somebody else, and that's exactly what happened this morning. Um, uh, I went to bed last night, kept tossing and turning, and it's like time was going by so slow. I'll lay down, close my eyes, and I feel like it's been like 2, 3 hours, and it's only been like 5 minutes, and it was just I was going back and forth, and my girl was asking me like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Nah, I just got this weird feeling," and immediately I just around 2, 3 o'clock, I wanted to get up and just go for a drive. And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna just lay back down and chill. I got to be to work at a little bit. I had to be to work at 6." Um, so I was like, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit. And I kept getting the pull, and my anxiety levels, what I'm saying, it was just going up, going up, going up, and it was like something was pulling at me. So I like, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna go to work. All right, so I got myself together, brushed my teeth and everything, washed up, and got myself together to go to work. And as I'm leaving out of my neighborhood, I come out my neighborhood, make that right, then I make that first left, then I take the stretch down the road. And mind you, this is like 4:30 in the morning, so it's still dark as all get out outside. And as I'm driving down the street, I see a car on the side of the road, but there's no sidewalk or nothing. There's just straight road, and then there's a big ditch. And the car was like halfway in the ditch, like and halfway out of the ditch. And I'm like, what the? So I back up, and it's a young Jake, and he's just like kind of sort of out of it. And I'm like, sir, can you help me? I'm like, yo, what happened? He's like, I ran off the road. And I'm like, you're the reason why I couldn't get any sleep last night. And he was like, what? I was like, nothing, nothing, nothing. I said, let me help you. Let me take you to the hospital. He's like, no, 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 no. Don't take me to the hospital. Don't take me to the hospital. Take me home. And I'm like, well, what about your car? He was like, don't worry about the car. I can come back and get the car. Just take me home. So I'm kind of skeptical. I don't know if this guy's playing like he's hurt, but I'm seriously looking at the car mangled up in the ditch. I'm like, he's hurt. So I help him in the car and everything. And um, as we're driving, um, I tell him to reach in my glove compartment and grab a flyer because I had a flyer with the Most High's name on it, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, Father and the Son's name, and it has the writing of the Paleo Hebrew on it. And these are flyers that we pass out at camp. And on the flip side, it has the mark RFID chip is the mark of the beast. And I told him, I was like, bruh, for things to happen, I said, I'm not even supposed to be on my way to work right now, but it was just a pull for me to get me out the house. And I was the Lord pulling me to you. That's what I'm telling him. I said, you need to know the Most High's name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. And he spared your life today just so you could know that. And I gave him that flyer. And I said, this is something you really need to pay attention to. You're one of the children of Israel. Lord willing, you could be one of the elect. Because it's obviously the Lord spared you for some reason. So you might want to take heed to that. I was like, I don't know whatever's going on in your life, but whatever it is, you need to stay focused, and this is what you need to focus on: the Father and His only begotten Son, the one that's the ultimate helper of us, the ultimate Savior of us. But we as men of the Lord are gonna have these same abilities to help people. And me and the elder were kind of talking about it a little bit. He said, you need to stop referring to it as panic attacks or anxiety, because every time these things happen, it's something like there was a situation where I was going to go to a friend's house, and on my way there I had what they call a panic attack, and I didn't go, um And so I was like, let me go home and rest. And I tried to go home and rest, and then I tried to get up and go again, and the same thing happened. Um, and what happened ended up happening that the house got raided in. Um, that's usually the house that everybody goes to play the video game and stuff. I was just gonna go over there, you know what I'm saying, because I'm from that neighborhood or whatever, whatnot. And each one of them individuals got some time, whether they were involved with what was going on in the house or not. And that feeling that I felt was the same feeling that I felt this morning when I was being pulled out of the bed to go help this person. I firmly believe that Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, sent me to that person, but it took. I didn't believe it at first until the elder confirmed it. Um, and we are as helpers. We are sent to other people to help them in their time of need. At Yahweh Shem Shai's discretion, He will send for the ones that need to be helped. All right. I want to get the scripture real quick. This is Isaiah 41:14. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, O Holy One of Israel." And that word for help is Izar. Izar, a primitive root to surround, i.e., protect or aid, help, succor. All right. So, and that's just it. So the Lord had me to come help this young man out of the ditch, and take him to safety. And me taking him home wasn't taking him to safety. Me giving him that flyer and showing him the name, because he had never heard the name before. Me giving him that flyer and showing him the name of Yahweh Shai, is the home that I took him home. The Lord took him back to Israel, and He used the Spidey senses. I'll just say that, um, to wake me up and pull me towards that brother. There's no other reason. Um, there's no other reason. I can name several occasions where these things like this happen, and I end up being in the right place at the right time, or not being at the wrong place at the wrong time, because this feeling that I get pulls me into a different direction. It pulls me to safety, and it also pulls me to the aid to other people. And Ka Halayim La Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, for it's a good feeling to be able to help people, especially in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, especially in giving. It's a blessing for me for the Lord to put the Spirit on me to give this brother his name, and help him towards salvation. So, you know, just like just like when Daniel was thrown in the lion's den for the second time, no, the first time, um, he sent the Lord sent Baruch Habakkuk to help him while he was in the lion's den, because he was in there 6 days this time. Um, so that just being able to have this testimony is a booster of faith, and to let and to let and for the elder to do the video that he did earlier today about what they found in the Dead Sea Scrolls with Nahum 1 and 5, and what was the other scriptures? Zephaniah 3 and 8, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, giving a message out to not only to Esau, but out to the ones that are pushing in sincerity and truth, and uplifting the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Those that have that mustard seed of faith. He's sending messages out to us, letting us know that He's going to be a helper unto us. And it's a beautiful thing, man. He's like, even though it might seem like it's taking a while in our interpretation of time, but where Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai dwell, there is no time. So that's why we have to be patient and let Him do His work, a mighty work He's going to do to deliver the children of Israel out of the iron furnace, which is America, and the ones that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And within them, in those times before Yahweh Shai shows up, we are to help one another with these scriptures, with the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We bear each other's burdens. Sometimes you just have to be in the right place at the right time, and just understand that the Lord will put you in those places. You just got to pay attention to the signs that He gives unto you for you to be able to follow, for you to be able to follow and understand. It wasn't until I seen that young man on the side of the road that I understood why he made me restless like that. Um, and that's just it. I just want to, just wanted to give this testimony, and giving this testimony, I just want to read Daniel, not Bell and the Dragon, when Daniel was thrown in the lions in the first time, and he was in. This is how you know it was um it was more than he was thrown in there more than one time, because um under Darius he was only there for one night, but under was it Cyrus or Xerxes? Cyrus. It might have been right before Cyrus. It was around either Xerxes or Cyrus. Um, because Cyrus that Daniel was thrown in the lions in the first time. Um, so just know that no matter what battles we're facing, man, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua is going to send his spirit down to you, or put his spirit on somebody else to come to your aid. Ultimately, for us to be kept or secured, or Izar, um, be kept. Well, Shamar means to keep, but Izar means to help. He could put the spirit on anybody to come to our aid at any given time, because he has the power to do so. All right, with that, I want to give Bell and the Dragon, chapter 1, verse 31, and it says, verse 30, it says, Now when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them. But this is after Daniel had destroyed the dragon idol that they were worshiping, and proved that it wasn't a god at all, that Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua are the only true powers. It says, who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days. And then the den, and in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which then were not given to them, to the intent that they might devour Daniel. So they starved these lions and then threw Daniel in there for them to devour him, because he just destroyed their idol. All right. It says, verse 33, it says, Now there was a jury, a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl, and was given unto the field for to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, Go carry the dinner that thou hast unto Babylon, unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown, and bare him by the hair and his head, and through the vehemence of his spirit set him in Babylon over the den. So he pretty much put the spirit on him to damn to fly all the way to Babylon, over the lion's den. It says, And Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which Yahweh hath sent thee. And Daniel said, Thou hast remembered me, O Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. Right. So I don't know. I don't know what it is about this young man that the Lord pulled me to this morning, but it's obviously something about him that he needs to take heed to the message that Yahweh by Shem Yahushai was sending him. And the crazy part about it, as I was trying to force my way to go to sleep around 2:30, he confirmed that that's around the time when I jumped up out of my sleep, because well, lack thereof, um, he confirmed that that was around the time that he had ran into the ditch, and he had been there for 2 hours. That's not a coincidence. Like, there were other cars that passed him by, he said, and nobody helped him. He says one person stopped to let him use the phone, but that was about it, you know? And so, whatever the brothers, he needs to take heed to the calling of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and I hope that he does. All right, verse 39, it says, So Daniel arose and did eat, and the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. Upon the seventh day, the king went to bewail Daniel, and when he came to the den, he looked in, and behold, Daniel was sitting. Then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, Great art thou, O Lord, power of Daniel, and there was none other besides thee. And he drew him out and cast those caused that were caused of the destruction into the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face. All right, and that's the point, man. Um, you know, the Lord will send somebody to help you, and the ones that are trying to afflict you, He'll put in their place of you, the ones that are trying to put the affliction on you. So it doesn't matter how He'll send the help. Yeah, He could put the Spirit on anybody to help somebody, you know? So we just got to pay attention to the signs, and these are some of the things that come along with. It's going to get even more drastic. We're going to be out here, Lord willing, I'm part of the number of the elect, performing miracles in the sight of men. True miracles. The miracles that Esau performs are witchcraft and sorcery. But the true men of the Lord are going to have senses like these to where they activate and be like, hey, something's going on. Not to the magnitude to where I've experienced, but it's going to be to a greater magnitude than that. So what Spider-Man will call Spidey senses, those are some of the things that the children of Israel, the elect, are going to have, man, to help those in need, to raise to raise the dead, to heal the sick. We're healing them spiritually right now with this word and learning the herbs and things like that. But at one point in time, at sooner or later, we're going to have the power to do that, man. And it's going to happen in the time of Jacob's trouble, and we're fastly approaching that time. All right. And I just wanted to give that testimony on that, man. Like Spidey senses. And I'm not saying that I have spiritual powers or anything like that, but I'm just saying the water Yahweh Shem Yahushai Kal Halayim La Yahweh Shem Yahushai for using me as a vessel to come to somebody's aid in your name, because that's all it was about. The brother just needed to know the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, Lord willing, this testimony was edifying and served its purpose and was a booster of faith. And I like to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harikak Vadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, Shalom.